Hello, Sydney Beach Digger here. Today we will be having a look at where this is the best area to detect on the beach. Now, because the weather's not that good, I decided to make this video so we can see where the hot spots are on the beach, and that way we don't waste time, since beaches can be quite large and can take quite a lot of time to actually detect. Now, the first area would probably be within 5 feet of the actual shoreline. So anywhere along here to the water, about 5 feet, is actually quite a good area to detect. Low tide's good. If you're looking for rings and stuff, low tide would be preferable, but you can find rings and dry sand as well. If the weather's not good and the water's getting churned up and rough and you can't go near it, do the dry sand. You also find rings in there. The next line to check is the towel line, which is along here, and people actually line up their towels. That's why it's called a towel line. They line up their towels and they sit there, and they actually watch the water or sit down and stuff like that. So that's another good area to actually check. It's a bit further up from this area. You probably see all the sand is churned up here, like there's footprints and everything. So that's another good spot to check. The other place to check, do a good check, is the volleyball court where people play around here. That's a very good area. As they're jumping up and down and stuff, they'll lose the stuff out of their pockets, which is quite obvious. So anywhere along the volleyball courts or any play area, or wherever people are playing football on the sand, is another good spot. The next step, place to look, at steps where people actually walk. They walk down to the towel line. You got to think that there's a couple of these areas that actually that are like this. They walk down to the towel line, they put their gear down, and when they finish, they walk back to the same area. So what happens is the fact that there might be more than one set of steps here. There could be steps further down the beach and stuff like that. So whenever there's backward and forward movement from the beach to the steps, there's a good chance of people losing stuff going backwards and forwards. So the next area would be to check around the shops. Any area around the shops, they're actually walking paths as well, where people walk backwards and forwards from the shop to the beach. They're carrying stuff. They're carrying towels. They're carrying kids' toys. They're carrying money with them, change that they bought stuff from the shop. Is always a good place to check along these areas as well, where they actually where there's a lot of travelling backwards and forwards. So there's quite a few areas to check on the beach. They can be quite productive, and you might even get pockets of areas that are pretty hot, and you'll be able to find most of your concentrated valuables in certain areas. The other place to check is if you walk along the beach, the water, you get scallop areas that are low because the water's cut away the sand, and that way these areas here would be the areas to actually check as well. So as the sand is eroded, always do a check in these areas as well. Make sure that if they're quite distinct, get in there and have a quick detect over these areas, which I'm crossing out now. So yeah, anywhere along here is a good spot as well to detect. This is very basic, there's a lot more to it than this, but give these areas a try first and I'm sure you'll come up with the goods. Yeah, so give it a go. Hope the weather gets better and I'll be able to get out and do a live hunt down at the beach or park or whatever I can get out. It's very cloudy out here today, so there probably will rain, but I'm trying to give some helpful hints out there for other detectorists. So yeah, give these areas on the beach a go and see what happens. Thank you very much for watching my videos. This has been Sydney Beach Digger. Please subscribe to my channel. Over and out.